Well, hello, my beautiful Aries. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career and money reading for mid-October right through to mid-November 2024. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam. Okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Aries, this is your career and money reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. So let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know regarding their career situation? Can you please guide them regarding their finances? What are they meant to see for their highest good? Now, this may not resonate with everyone, but as soon as I started your reading, I started to get a real ache in the back of my left shoulder into my neck. And that tends to signal there's some pressure. Some of you may be under a bit of a strain recently to try and make life work. I can definitely see here that a lot of you could do with a massage, but I feel this is about managing stress and pressure and prioritizing what's truly important. I feel a lot of you are working really hard is what I'm feeling, but also there's this energy of feeling quite heavy. Even though you may be very passionate about what you're doing, you're very goal-oriented, but I feel like you've taken on a lot, or you have a lot on right now. So that's what's coming through there. Again, it may not resonate with everyone, but I have to give you every energy that comes through, every feeling, every image. I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading, so please take it as it resonates. Let's see what other energy is coming out here for you. I mean, your first card there is Alchemy. So this is a strong period of manifestation for you. I definitely see that you're being very hands-on in your career. You are working super hard, and there's something that you're working towards that it feels very much like you're not going to stop until it's done. And maybe that's where, you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself. Pressure can actually be very good, okay? It means that you are challenging yourself to make a difference in your career, in your finances. So, pressure just means that, something needs to have your attention and, you're channeling that energy into transforming your life in some way. And, it can be a shaper of worlds, pressure, okay? But it's also a little signal that maybe your body needs a good rest as well. So try to find that balance there. Now, I do see the next coming weeks are going to be very busy for you. Yeah, look at that. 2 of Pentacles. You're going to be doing a lot of multitasking, finding balance between work and play. Very important for you all. But also, if you've come to this reading and you are currently out of work and you're looking for a new opportunity, whether you've been made redundant or you left a job because it was very toxic, yeah, you can feel that energy, the 7 of Wands in the resistance position. For some of you, if you have even walked away from something that ended a contract or it came to the end of its term, and you're looking for new roles, it could be freelancer or not, I definitely see that there are going to be some options for you to look at. Yep, 7 of Cups there. There's some opportunities coming in, and there's a really fast-paced role coming in for you, which I feel like you're going to really love. So if you are looking for a new role, there is definitely one coming on in. I feel like some of you have been battling away against heavy competition in the working environment. It feels very much like it's oversaturated. And if you have been interviewing for roles and you've actually not got any of those roles, I'm being given an energy of nepotism. It feels very much like even if you're going for a role in a company, it feels like they have to offer it out to the masses, but they're going to settle the role in-house, okay? I hate to give that message, but that's coming through in this particular reading. So if you've not been having any joy or luck regarding the job department right now, know that that has been the cause. It's got nothing to do with you. I feel actually you're above competition when it comes to a role that's actually available, because I feel legally, maybe, I'm not even sure, legally, maybe they are bound to offer it out to external forces, but ultimately they're going to fill it in-house. But that's about to change. There is a role here that is perfect for you. I feel it's actually requiring a lot of your intelligence, your know-how, your prowess. It feels like mentally challenging, but in a really good way. Like it's going to be very interesting for you, whatever this is. It's definitely something you're going to love. Yeah, look at that, Two of Cups. So when you apply a Two of Cups to a reading, which is connected to career or money, that means whatever you're manifesting right now, you're attracting the dream job or the dream opportunity or something that you're going to love, a contract, an agreement, or a partnership. So, you know, I feel it's like the holy grail of jobs that is coming in for you, and it's actually meant for you, okay? So I want you to be aware of that. Now, for the rest of you who are currently in a role and you're currently working towards something, a lot of you are entrepreneurs, or you're certainly heading in that direction. You may be trying to launch an entrepreneurial ship, be your own boss. And I definitely see that, of course, it's going to be very busy, but I feel like you're going to love what you do. So let's get to the energy. This is about you working really hard, but also manifesting your visions of what you want to achieve in your current circumstances. I mean, Eight of Swords, some of you are feeling a little bit stuck right now. Okay, you feel like you've got a lot on, you're just in the middle of things, and it just feels like you're making things happen, okay? And sometimes you got to do what you got to do, especially if it's a very fast-paced environment. This card, number 43, when you reduce it, of course, 4 plus 3 is actually 7, which is the Chariot energy, which means, again, busy time, things like very like quick turnovers. It just also feels like you're channeling all your energy into prioritizing to make things work on your own terms. But you've got a lot on, okay? Now, this card, it actually means that magic can be found everywhere if you really look for it. But Eight of Swords, they're covering it, says right now you can't see that. Even if you love what you do, I feel like you're on autopilot to some degree and you're just doing, okay? And of course, you may love what you're doing, but I feel you haven't had even the time to really think about it. You're just in the mode of making things happen. But I also see that there is something here that you have been manifesting, because this is the equivalent of the Magician card. You are magnetic at this time. So not only are you super focused and you are very talented, very driven, and very ambitious, you know, whatever you're putting out there in terms of your thoughts, they're going to become things, because a lot of you are thinking about either moving into a new role. I feel like right now you're looking at your options, to be honest, whether you're in a role or not. I feel like you're just keeping an eye on the job market to see if there's anything else out there that brings in more money, job security, but also doing something that you love. And you're actually attracting an opportunity. Now, for some of you, this could be within your current working environment. So if you work for a company, I feel that there are going to be some sort of options laid on the table here. You could have a meeting or some sort of an appraisal with a boss or someone who has a hierarchical position there, and they're going to talk about options, because I feel what's going on behind the scenes here. There are some people leaving in your industry, so whatever industry you work in, I feel there are some redundancies. I also feel like you're being protected in a position there with that Seven of Wands, but also I feel, you know, there is an energy of it feels like the old way of working is changing. So either that's a merge or it could be a demerger. I feel there's just a shift going on behind the scenes in your industry, and it's opening up new opportunities, or almost like reimagined roles. Okay, so it could be new titles, new contracts, things like that. There may even be more work, but you need to make sure that you secure a little bit more money for that. But either way, I feel that there is a really nice partnership or some sort of agreement that happens with you and your current circumstances that you really enjoy. So for a lot of you, I have to check to see if this is bonus energy, but I feel for some of you, if you are looking for a bonus or a raise in your finances, it's definitely going to happen, but it feels like not in the next 6 weeks. It feels more like you could hear about it in the next 6 weeks, that you're lined up for a bonus or some sort of increase in your finances, but it may not be reflected until, the coming month or maybe even 2 months' time. For some of you, not all of you, but some of you, it could be even, in line for it for next year. It almost feels like, and I hate to say this, but I got to be honest with the energy that I'm being given and what I can see in the water. I'm seeing like a dangling carrot, okay? Someone with like a rod and a dangling carrot. So it can indicate an incentive. So for some of you, it's almost like you may have been promised something and it hasn't materialized, or you may feel that they're saying, okay, if you get through this really difficult part in the season that you're in your working environment, then of course there are benefits, bonuses, increases on the horizon. So, you can work towards that. So it could be that someone has sort of like laid the seed that there is reward, but you don't see it right now. However, I do see it will be coming. Okay, but a lot of you in the meantime are currently like looking at your circumstances to see if there's anything else out there that could be more rewarding for all the effort that you do, because you are very gifted, you're very talented, and you're a leader, natural born leader. So if some of you feel like you've hit a glass ceiling or plateau in your current circumstances, I see you looking at your options in order to elevate, because you're certainly elevating. Look at that, 7 of Wands. This is a card of indicating that you're on the up and that other people, it's almost like you're untouchable, unstoppable in your endeavors, and you are right now kind of like maintaining and sustaining your current circumstances, but I feel like you are moving towards your goal. You're moving on up. Something about the way that you work, though, in the next 6 weeks is transforming, but it's going to yield really great opportunities. Now, if you are already an entrepreneur, this could be that you're in the middle of stuff, you're just really busy, but also I feel some of you may launch second streams of income, or it could be that you're sort of branching out in some way to get a little bit more internationally known or more traction to your business. That's definitely going to happen in the next couple of weeks. I see if you are someone who's a freelancer or someone who has their own business, things are going to really pick up pace for you. There's going to be more attention to your business, and I feel there is a very important creative alliance that you will have, like a returning customer, for example, or a client that you'll have a contract with, or perhaps there's just this kind of infinity understanding about your business, and people start to hear your goods or services, what you do, and they're drawn to it and they keep coming back, is what I'm seeing there. For some of you, if you're online, okay, your online business, I feel right now it's not getting as much as attention as it should do. I see that a lot of you, it's been a bit of a slow kind of energy, but it is going to pick up pace, and I feel a lot of people are going to talk about your service or whatever it is that you do online, and word of mouth. I feel people are going to come towards you. So it's almost like you may be thinking about promoting your services or whatever it is that you do, and I feel like that's a really great way to move forward. But ultimately, there's going to be someone, it almost feels like a very influential person who sees what you do and thinks, you know what, that's really great. And they're going to tell their friends, and their friends are going to tell their friends, and it's just going to filter out. So I see a lot of that happening. But if you work for a company and I see you moving up the ranks because someone is talking about you behind the scenes and they want to elevate you. And I feel like they want to give you options to flourish. So again, I see this kind of dangling carrot, an incentive to keep you, to stay. I feel like you're kind of like, well, show me the money, because there's no pentacles apart from the 4 of Pentacles here. So this is about securing your position. It's about being able to save a little bit more money. But as it's in the resistance position at first, some of you may feel a little bit financially vulnerable. You may be looking at your finances to see how far they go. I mean, these 2 cards together can indicate that, you know, right now you don't have to like be too like worried about anything, but I see here that you're being very savvy about your finances. You're protecting what you earn already. You are trying to have healthy boundaries when it comes to finances, and I feel some of you are putting plans in motion in order to have second streams of income or some sort of passive income. This could be something that you're just thinking about right now, but the 2 of Pentacles, it tells me that you are busy, 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 and for some of you there could be a very inconsistent flow of work. Like one day you're super busy, next day not so much. So I feel like you're utilizing your time and you're not just wasting time or procrastinating. But also, I feel with this Two of Pentacles, especially when you apply it to personal like finances, it can be that you're moving money around, or you're going to take some money out of savings in order to pay something off. Perhaps this is a repayment loan there. But what I am excited about is the Four of Pentacles indicates an increase in finances. You're going from a Two of Pentacles into a Four of Pentacles. So your finances become a lot more solid. Okay, so if you feel like you spent a little bit too much last month, for example, it can be that now you recoup and save money this month. For some of you, it could be if you have a second stream of income already on the go, that it's really going to pick up pace and add more money to your pot. But the Two of Pentacles, it is a card of duality. So it can be that a lot of you are just like making two things work, and a lot of people cannot do that, and you're someone who goes above and beyond. But there could be like two projects that you're really spreading your time with. I would say don't spread your time too thin, but that Two of Pentacles, it is an energy that you are constantly like moving around at the moment, doing stuff, okay? And I would also say that things are going to develop in unexpected ways for you at this time, ways that you cannot even see right now. So I feel like you're being asked to be very flexible with your circumstances. Now, for some of you, this could manifest that you're going to be asking someone for flexible hours. If you're an entrepreneur, it could mean that you're going to work a little bit more of a flexible hour kind of schedule over the next coming weeks and months. I feel some of you, you may be working on projects, really busy, trying to tie up loose ends because you have some sort of vacation booked, especially since we've got the speed and movement, but it's like over the world there. Some of you could be taking a quick trip, maybe a road trip, or just a quick trip to see family or friends or someone that you love. And also I feel there is an energy, and I'm only going to sort of touch on it briefly, but for some of you, if you travel for work, there's a really strong indication here that if you're single, you could meet someone at like a conference, or, if you're traveling. So there's a strong indication there, but also there is a potential for a work flirtation, if of course you're open to receive it. If you're not, and you're totally closed off to it, then of course I feel, you're just going to do what you feel is right in that situation. But I do see that there is someone here in your working environment who finds you very, very attractive, and they may want to explore this a little bit further. So I would say November into December energy for you, where someone kind of does a little bit of flirting and you're like, okay. And then of course you're going to do what you want to do with that situation, because everyone is different and we all have free will. But I'm just going to move away from that energy. Eight of Swords. Now, this is a very important message that comes with this card, because whenever I get an Eight of Swords, especially if you are working with computers and screens and maybe even environments where you strain your eyes, driving, for example, if you're a long distance driver, if you're someone who, goes from place to place, or you, do Uber or your taxi or something like that, or you just, use a vehicle all the time for your work, or you have a screen that you're constantly, connecting to, I would say pay close attention to your eyes. Make sure that you take constant breaks, okay? So that you don't like strain your eyes. That's coming out there very importantly. But also the Eight of Swords, it can indicate that right now, you're just busy on autopilot, and you're trying to be really honest with yourself and see, is there something else you could be doing that helps you get to your goals quicker, faster, because you have that fast-paced energy there. I do see that things are going to actually speed up quite quickly for you. You're going to have some quick results at the end of the 6 weeks. But that Eight of Swords, when you apply it to a career or money situation, if you feel like, you've got into a very busy period and you feel you can't see your way out of it right now because things are like building up, I feel like actually this month it takes a turn, especially at the end of October, where suddenly you have a breakthrough, and I feel the energy just gets easier, even though the pace is faster. Believe it or not, it just feels like you're like in that sort of mode where you're doing so much, accomplishing so much, and hitting a lot of targets. And I feel like you're very productive in the next coming weeks, to the point where you feel really proud of yourself that you got so much done, okay? I also see you reaching two major goals, and being offered something that you're going to celebrate, okay? So whether you're going for a promotion, because King of Cups energy is promotion style. So I would say if you're going for a promotion, and it's been dangled in front of you for quite some time. You are going to receive news on it. You do not see this coming because it may be something that was promised to you a long time ago, but it never materialized. For some of you, this could be a bonus, but I'll have to pull a card on it because right now, the outcome energy, I see you being able to save money and financially secure your future, but I can't see, you know, if there is a financial bonus there. So I'm just going to have to check that out in a moment. Now, we also have solidity. Inner core, which is quite exciting because of course you have the Four of Pentacles, which is solid energy, solid finances. It's about making a difference, making an impact in your industry. But some of you don't see that. You know, when you're in the middle of making life happen and work and you're working towards your goals, sometimes there's like a flurry of action and you can't see if you're making any progress or any headway, but you really are. And you're going to see evidence of all your hard work coming together. I feel everything is slotting into place for you right now. But I feel this is also an indication to protect your inner peace. A lot of you really want to focus on something. I feel like you're very serious about something. You have some sort of responsibility or, you know, maybe a deadline, and I feel like you just want to protect your inner peace there, especially since, you know, this is also a card of protection. All the swords are pointed down, which means this is a period of you, you know, going inwards, really focusing on what's important, actually, you know, blending your skill sets to finalize something or get on top of something, and you just want peace, okay? So I feel a lot of you also maybe thinking about going solo, because this is a card of like cutting yourself off to some degree and saying, you know what, I need to be my own boss, or I need to strategize something and I can't have any distractions right now. So if you are launching an entrepreneurial ship, I see that you're so ready for this. You got a lot of options. It's going to open a lot of doors for you as well. And you're going to absolutely love it. Gotta be honest with you though, you may be thinking, I'm going to leave the 9 to 5 in order to be my own boss, and actually you walk straight into a 24/7 because basically your mind is going to be whirling around with lots of ideas, excited about launching new things, trying new things, exploring new things, finding new avenues, meeting new people in terms of networking. It's always going to be on your mind on how to progress. So that's quite exciting. It's not exhausting. And that's what I mean, that, you know, whatever it is you're doing, the end of the 6 weeks period that I'm actually reading for, it feels like whatever you're busy and submerged in, it just feels like you're making a difference and you're really excited about it. You're enthusiastic to move forward on it. Now this card, it's number 18, which tends to connect to the moon energy, and it's in the resistance position at first, which basically means there's nothing to fear, but also I feel like you're protected in your endeavors. And I would also say that something that you cannot see yet, which is a bonus, I mean, it may not be a financial bonus. I'll have to check that before I leave your reading. But I feel there's something in here that's coming towards you that is really great news that you will celebrate. And it gives you peace of mind. It's like, yes, unlock that next stage. Okay, so whatever that is for you, because it's going to be different for everybody, I feel something hidden comes to light. You know, the moon energy, and I'm just talking about it because numerically, number 18 connects to, you know, hidden gems or hidden rewards, things that are currently ruminating in the ether that are about to be bestowed upon you, but you can't see it just yet. And when you've got the 8 of Swords, it means you really can't see how any changes could happen in your career sector that are beneficial. You just feel like it's the same old thing, just a different day. But there is some good stuff on the way for you that will cause a lot of peace, serenity. There's good fortune on its way, and it really also helps with your peace of mind, because I feel a lot of you, especially with the 8 of Swords there and the 7 of Cups, it can indicate when you have a flurry of activity and you've got so much on your plate, sometimes we can feel a little bit like frazzled. But I feel like you're in fight or flight mode sometimes, which you need to watch that, of course, especially if you're feeling extra stressed. But I feel there's this energy of you having so many ideas and doing so many things that suddenly everything just starts to slot into place and make sense for you as it starts to come together. So very positive energy indeed there. Now, of course, this card in particular, it means means, you know, stay constant in your endeavors. Do not stop your progress, because you are making progress. And that Eight of Wands, it's all about maintaining and sustaining, being unstoppable, leading with your passions. And your passion actually pushes obstacles out of the way so that you can engage in the rewards that you've been working really hard to accomplish. I feel like you're not compromising on what's important to you. And I feel like, you know, you are really making a difference. You're inspired. You're finding any solutions. A lot of you are, you know, deeply thinking about something, or you're doing a bit of a soul search. Maybe some of you are trying to, you know, get everything together. This could materialize in terms of, like, you may have a lot of administrative tasks on the go this month, and you're just trying to collate all the information, bring it together. For some of you, it could be that, you know, you're running your business, but at the same time, you're training someone to do something that you do so you can take a vacation. I feel, you know, there's a lot of that energy happening here as well. But I can see you've got a lot on your mind. So I feel like you're protecting your inner peace in order to formalize a new plan or strategy, or branch out and do a couple of things. So for some of you, you may be launching second streams of income, as I said, or something that will eventually bring passive income for you. And also a lot of you, you know, you've got other things other than work and career to be thinking about. It could be that you're actually, you know, making sure that your children get to class, or, you know, your if you have children, of course, or it could be that you've got a lot of other personal things going on at the same time, and it just feels like a flurry of activity, but you're totally in the flow. I feel like you work really well under pressure. You don't like to be under pressure, of course. I feel like you're managing your stress levels, but at the same time, I feel like you're doing something that you love ultimately, and it's going to bring in so many rewards here as well. Now, of course, this card indicates that your greatest power is from the inside. Okay, you have everything you need inside of yourself, and I feel doing something that you love is going to change your world infinitely and bring not just financial reward, but a sense of independence, but also like a feeling of being fulfilled. Okay, and that's what's truly important for you. Now, we do have that Seven of Wands, which does mean you're unstoppable, but it is in the resistance position briefly before it turns upright. So I feel here that for some of you, there's something you thought about walking away from, okay? And you may actually revisit this, okay? But I would also say that if there's something that's not working for you, or you feel I feel like you just give it one more try, okay? Because I feel like you're not giving up on it. And I feel this is going to actually bear fruit. But it was hard, is what I see. So congratulations, because I feel like you're having a breakthrough. You're going to unlock something. And that Seven of Wands sees you like celebrate something that was difficult. You know, whenever you get a Seven of Wands in a reading to do with career, it does indicate, you know, feeling stressed, a lot of pressure. Don't give up though. Keep fighting for what you believe in, because you are going to be successful. Keep going. So I feel here that if you've got two projects or two businesses or two ideas and you feel one's doing really well, keep doing what you're doing on that. And the other one, it's going to take off. So I would say give it the time and energy that you can in that moment, but don't give up on it, is what I see there, because it's going to be very successful long term. Now, for a lot of you, I do see here that if you're going for a new role, if you're putting a resume out there, because that Seven of Cups, it's like, what other opportunities can I see myself being in? Because cups are all about vision, and it's about using your imagination to get what you truly deserve in your career, but also, you know, you've got the card of action there, so you're in the flurry of making things happen for you. So a lot of you could be putting a resume out there and deciding to walk away from something that you feel, you know, isn't for you anymore, okay? And I feel you're actually going to feel a little bit nervous about this move, but actually it's going to work in your favor. There is a new status role becoming available. So either it's, you know, a leadership role, managerial role. For some of you, it's literally setting up your own business, whatever it is. And even if you're an entrepreneur, this could be a lucrative client or deal that is offered to you, and it's going to be so emotionally fulfilling. But also, what about the finances? Okay. I mean, there is an indication here that that Four of Pentacles means it's solid finances, it's consistent, it will be long-term finances and security coming in for you. So whatever you find yourself doing right now, I feel like you're protected in your endeavors. I also feel there could be some distractions in the next 6 weeks. These could be like sound distractions, like if you work from home, for example, your neighbor could be doing some DIY. If you are working in a coffee house and you like to go there, use your laptop, for example, and normally you find that, you know, you can just work on autopilot and do some really great stuff in the coffee house, there may be some extra distractions that make you feel a little bit off kilter. For some of you, if you are working in a company, for example, it could be that, you know, there is someone who is extra distracting, or maybe there is some renovation work going on. I just feel there's something going on that has the potential to distract you, but I feel like you find a way of canceling it out, whether that's like headphones or whether it's like taking yourself to a quieter environment. I feel like you're going to find a way to do that, but it is coming up there. Now, I'm going to pull a card before I move forward. On your next card there, we've got the card of speed. Okay, now this card, it does indicate that you're going to be super busy, but it's also about savoring the experiences of your life and be mindful and aware of the speed in which you are doing things. Like if you're always on the go and you're like grabbing a coffee and a sandwich on lunch and you're just moving, remember your body also needs to process the food and everything that you're doing. Slow down a little bit, okay? That's what I'm being given here. Slow down or temper the pace. You know, it's very important to have some alone time or some calm time for you to really do things for you. So just watch that. That's coming through there. But let me just pull a card. Some of you, especially if you're an entrepreneur, you may be thinking about migrating your business abroad, okay? And you may be looking at various avenues or countries that have the best benefit for your finances or for your business, whatever it is that you do. So I feel a lot of you are in the planning stages of something or ruminating on migrating that business or migrating skills. If you work for a company, it could be that there is a branch abroad that you're really interested in exploring as an opportunity, and you may put in for it. And I do see that there is competition for this, but also I see that you will get it. Okay, and I feel there's like a hesitancy. It's almost like the first time you apply for something, it feels like a long time pause, and it could kind of like either be that dangling carrot as an incentive, like, oh, it will happen, but not just now. But then suddenly it changes. So don't lose heart. If you haven't heard from anyone about it, or, you know, you're waiting on news about something and you haven't heard, it's not bad news. I feel something has to be formulated before you actually get the opportunity, because for the majority of you, with that King of Cups there and the Two of Cups, you're being offered something, an agreement or a contract or something that is going to be very rewarding, and the money has to reflect it. So I'm just pulling a card on some money for you. One moment, please. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? Tell me about the money. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, you're going to get a little bit more. Six of Pentacles is also an indication that it's going to be surprising. Okay, because whenever you get a Six of Pentacles, it literally means unexpected resource sent from the universe. The universe, this is a figure that represents spirit there, is going to pay extra money or extra attention to you and send extra rewards for your hard work. I feel like there is an energy also around you where there's some good karma coming back around, and it feels like it all comes at once. A great opportunity and the money to reflect it as well. So there's some good times coming here. Also, a lot of you, this will be a bonus, a financial bonus. So it could be that, you know, you hear in an appraisal that the end of the year is going to yield some sort of result because the company did okay. Okay, I'm seeing the company did okay, whatever company you work for. They probably won't tell you that they did better than they thought, but they'll tell you, yeah, you know, we did okay. And there is going to be some money in the budget in order to give out some bonuses there. And I feel like you will receive one is what I'm seeing there too. Now, if you're an entrepreneur, I definitely see that some of you may have given to charity through your business, or you may have done something to help other people through your business in some way. There is some really great karma coming back to you. And it is in the form of finance, okay, but also in the term of some sort of networking alliance. So you could meet a very influential person in your industry who wants to open doors for you because you're really good at what you do. So this could be someone you already look up to, could be a famous person who's in your industry. They may see what you're doing and reach out to you and say, hey, you remind me a lot of myself when I was starting out, or wherever you are in your current circumstances. And they're going to be like, you know what? I want to see you thrive. So they may like give you some contacts over the next coming weeks and months there too. you. But ultimately, Six of Pentacles, I mean, you're staircasing in finances. Two of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. It means that your money is only going to increase because of your hard work, okay? So I feel congratulations is in order. But also I feel there is an opportunity for you well, two things are coming out here. Remember your own needs. You're not just a working machine, my beautiful Aries. I know you're passionate about what you do and you're always on the go and you love that flurry of action, but do remember that you're also human and you need to have good quality rest. Remember, we are human beings. We're not human doings, okay? So even though I love your passion, your intensity, your drive, and your ability to be very successful indeed in this lifetime, also make sure you get that quality rest. Now, the other energy that's coming out from this card indicates that I feel like there is a friend that you maybe haven't seen for a while, and this person, they're coming back into your life. Now, I feel this person, they actually have a piece of information for you that's going to help you. Maybe it's something you've been searching for. They're just going to give it to you by accident. I feel like you're not even going to ask them. It's just going to be a conversation. It's like, oh my gosh, we haven't seen each other for years. And they're going to be like, yeah. And then you're going to strike up this conversation again. And they're going to be telling you of something maybe that they're doing. And suddenly, as they're talking, you're like, oh, that's the golden nugget of information that I've been searching for. It feels like either they know someone or they're doing something that's very similar. It may not be in the same industry, but it feels like you could use that piece of information that unlocks something for you. So I see information coming your way. And also with this card, randomly, I'm seeing, because I'm scrying in the water at the same time as doing your reading, I'm seeing, what do you call that? Where they do the astronomy, an observatory, okay? It's like, I want to say I'm being given symbolically the energy of sky's the limit. Okay, I feel like there are limitless opportunities for you opening up. But I mean, for some of you, it could be that you're working in astronomy or astrology, maybe. But I'm seeing like an observatory. Now, of course, an observatory means to be observed. And there's stars there. So I am getting a second energy of you being observed by someone who is either well known in your industry or a star. It could be a famous person who wants to elevate you. Also, it could be like a star player in your industry. So it could be a boss or a CEO. I feel like you're going to have friends in very high places. You're going to be well connected. And I feel there's a lot of success surrounding you as well. Okay. Now we do have that Seven of Cups. Because you're so busy, there is the potential to be a little bit scattered. So just watch out for that. Prioritizing is so important because, if you try and do a little bit of everything every day, then it's going to be a lot of slow energy when it comes to you completing tasks. So I would say prioritize what's important and then anything else, leave it on the back burner. You will return to it and you will accomplish it, okay? But also this card is very important because it means use your imagination and it feels you are visualizing the successes that you want. And this card, it indicates that, the power of possibility can also make doors open for you. If you visualize that those doors are opening, then this is an opportunity to dream and make it happen. You have the Magician card. There's a lot of action here. So partner together, visualization, manifestation, and action, and your talent and drive and all of those things are going to make some incredible opportunities happen for you. But you did this all by yourself. The universe is just supporting and, making the path clear for your endeavors. Now, also that Seven of Cups, I would say, there are opportunities opening up for you. And I would say really tap into your heart space and see which one is right for you. I see two major ones coming your way. If you're trying to put your resume out there or go for some sort of promotion, you may be offered two possibilities. And I feel, of course, both are quite rewarding actually, but one is more so than the other. I feel one is more emotionally rewarding, like you're making a difference, you're making an impact in your industry, and the other one feels like it's just for the money. So I feel both of them are paid really well, but you get to decide which one is which for you, because everyone's got different circumstances and you'll do what's right for you. Now, the Five of Swords is an energy of creatively brainstorming new ideas, but also I'm getting an energy, and I gotta say it, it's lonely at the top, okay? Especially if you're a manager or a business owner. Sometimes you're always going to be the bad person in someone's story, okay? Because you have to take creative control of something. So I feel, if you're working in a team or a group of people, don't be afraid to say no to an idea that you feel is not going to work. Also, I would say, if some of you work in HR, for example, and the company that you work for are making some redundancies, then of course you have to be the figurehead of giving that news. And sometimes, it's devastating, of course. I know deep down, you've got such a beautiful heart here. I know deep down you don't want to have to give that news. But if you are working in HR and you have to give that news, I'm sending you a huge hug out there. And of course, to all the people who you have to make redundant as well, or anyone who has been made redundant. But, the universe works in mysterious ways, okay? Whenever an opportunity is removed from us, it means the universe wants to reward us with something greater. And many, many years ago, I went through an experience where I wasn't made redundant, but I actually couldn't take the toxicity of a working environment anymore, to the point where I almost felt like I was outside of my body. When I stood up in a meeting, I was like, I'm leaving. This is it. This is my last day. And I was at that company for years and years. And, some people threw stuff at me. They were horrible. They were like swearing at people. There was just a very bad vibe at that environment. And, but it paid really well. So I stayed, and everyone said leave. And I was like, I can't leave because it pays really well, and I've got responsibilities, and I can't just walk away from stuff. And, all of the excuses I gave to myself, until the universe one day, literally, it was like I was picked up, I stood up, I knew I was standing up, but I was saying these words like, I'm leaving, I can't take this anymore, I'm gone. But the other part of me is like, what are you doing? Sit down, you need this job, you need this money. And I was like, so I was in this really weird space. But I realized that the universe said, look, we have to do something. We have to get her out of the situation because she's so stubborn, she's not going to leave, right? So they've given me ample opportunity to go. And then suddenly the universe will create a circumstance where you have to go. So I feel, because what happened next in my life, suddenly all the things I really wanted in my life to happen that were not happening, suddenly they started being delivered to me without any effort. And I was like, what is this? I became very still. And a lot of you, I see with that Eight of Swords, although you're very busy, there's part of you that's very still, really contemplating your next move and wondering what's next. And I feel you're in that period right now where exciting things are really going to happen because you're following your heart and you're listening. Okay, you're listening to your inner compass. And I really feel like you're on the right track and you're going to grab opportunities that are really meant for you. So if anything gets removed from your circumstances, remember, it is divine intervention for protection and redirection, okay? And if you are the person who has to do that because, that's your job, of course, you're always going to be the bad person in that person's story because you're representing that information. However, I feel deep down, this person, if you have to give this information, and I hate giving this message myself, but if you have to give this information to another person, the universe is going to have that person's back, okay? And they've actually lined up another opportunity for that person already. And if you are that person who's come to this reading and been made redundant, I feel like this opportunity is coming for you, and you're always meant to have this opportunity, but you had to be free to grab it with both hands, okay? Now, I want to be honest, I don't see anyone being made redundant in this reading, okay? So I want you to be aware of that because you've got a lot of cards here of protection. This is only if you've just come to this reading and you've experienced, a redundancy there. I see opportunities coming in your way. Now, moving away with a lot of respect from that message, the Five of Swords is basically about honoring differences, okay? So there may be someone who annoys you in your industry or, likes to play mind games, someone who micromanages you. I feel like you're removing yourself from the energy, almost like canceling them out. I feel like you're not even talking to this person or having any argument with this person. I feel like you just look at this person and think, you know what? You're so sad that you want to do these things. You've got bigger fish to fry. And I feel like you have bigger goals that they are never going to realize themselves. And you're going to a successful place that they cannot reach. So I feel like you're kind of like removing their influence from your energy right now so that you can be so successful. And I feel like you are surpassing them. I've just been given the word surpassing them, whoever this is. This could even be a boss, right? So please take it as it resonates. But a lot of you, especially if you're an entrepreneur, this is like competition. Okay, I feel like you're above competition. I feel like you're going to be way more successful than other industry players in whatever it is that you do, because you're being flexible. You're open to the changing climate of your industry. And I feel that is the secret of your success. And also, you tend to go above and beyond and do things that other people are just not willing to do. Okay, now we do have that King of Cups. So this is promotion vibes right here. So if you are looking for promotion, I definitely see it happening for you. If you're an entrepreneur, this is about you doing what you love and also attracting some sort of an agreement or a contract or a deal or the opportunity that you've been manifesting. Remember, you're starting with a manifestation card. So whatever you do for a living, you're manifesting something and working hard towards it. And this is it showing up for you. Two of Cups is whatever you are vibing at right now, what's in your heart, how you visualize yourself. It's becoming your reality. And as you can see here, this is a toast. So you will celebrate something that comes in, that is offered to you. It almost feels like the dream job opportunity or the dream situation that you've been working hard towards. So I definitely see that you're going to be super proud of yourself in the coming weeks and months. But also your money will be staircasing. Okay. I feel that, you know, even though this year it feels like it's been a bit up and down, I feel as you move into next year, things are actually going to improve as well there. There are going to be some circumstances presented to you where, yeah, you're going to see positive changes and shifts. My guides want me to go again, so I will. Now we have divine vision. Okay, so as I said, I feel like because of the observatory energy I was being given there, I mean, also there's like a sacred traveler, which is connected to, you know, the stars or astronomy, space, the galaxy. So I feel like you are being given an energy of you really like locking on to a goal and realizing that the sky's the limit. You know, you are capable of going great places in your career, but it is about you remaining true to your vision, whatever it is that you are trying to achieve. And it says here, get out of your own way, discard your projected outcomes and allow yourself to see beyond. So this is, you know, as I said, being flexible. And I feel actually looking at the energy, there is a potential because you're so busy to overthink something, but I feel in stillness comes wisdom. And that's why I feel like you're being called to just slow down a pace a little bit, or at least carve out a little bit more time for you. It says, allow yourself to see beyond. Positive focus, look deeper. Okay, so I definitely see that you are being super positive in your circumstances, even though you may feel overstretched and under-supported in your current circumstances. I feel like you're still, you know, pushing on through, maintaining, sustaining, and I feel like there is success here. You've got the conquering card there, so there is a reward being offered. You know, as you can see, this figure, they're holding up the reward. So I feel like you are going to have something tangible offered to you that you will celebrate there as well. And it says, victory will be yours. Set your intention and watch it come back to you. Overcoming, victory, and success. So things have been pretty difficult for you, but I definitely see that you are capable of great things and you're going to be so proud of what you achieve. And also we have Sacred Traveler. I did mention briefly that some of you may be thinking about migrating your business, maybe moving overseas or being seconded to a different branch. And some of you, it could be that you are just really busy because you're trying to tie up loose ends before you take a vacation. But it says here, there is an up-and-coming opportunity for you to move or travel. Enjoy this new adventure. Journey, movement, trip. Now, this may be something that you're contemplating right now, and you're trying to formulate that plan. I would say don't go too quickly on it. Make sure that you get all the variables in place. Maybe even reach out to somebody who has done it before, or someone that you admire who does something similar to what you do, because this person, they are going to be full of advice for you, and they're going to be so happy to give that advice of the pitfalls and maybe some things that perhaps you don't see regarding these opportunities. But either way, I feel like, you know, you're on a really great path right now. The timeline is very positive. I see a lot of success and an increase in finances. And I do see that you will be financially independent as well. Okay, so let me just get a trinket or a room before we close. Okay, so we have the golden cat. Now, cats represent independent energy. So some of you are definitely launching your own business, or you're already your own boss. I feel like this is about you taking a leap of faith. If you think about a cat, when they lock on to the object of their desire that they're about to pounce on, it's like that little shuffle, okay? It's almost like formulating a plan, strategizing the best leap in order to accomplish whatever it is you set out to accomplish. So I feel like there is a period here where you are, focus on your plans. You're about to make some big leap in your career, and I feel it's a golden opportunity. Also, when you see the Queen of Wands in a deck, there's normally a cat on that deck, which represents good luck, okay? And it means that your passions that you're leading with right now are going to increase your luck and open doors and opportunity. Don't be afraid to be independent or explore independent ways of working. Even if you work for a company, I feel like you're doing something different that sets you apart and allows yourself to be seen. Don't be afraid to be singled out because, I feel like you're not the sort of person to run with the crowd. You work well as a team player, but I see here that you're singled out for success in some way. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates for you, my beautiful Aries. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press that little notification bell. Lets you know when I update my next message. Lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Aries, and love and light.